you to do. Stop it. I want you to unplug it, plug it back in. Nicky Russo, Big what up? I see you, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome all the viewers at home. You already know it's your boy Big Moo. We setting up the live. We getting ready for the next episode, man. I hope y'all ready, man. We got an exciting one for y'all tonight. Got B Baby in here with me. Y'all know what we do once the show start. We gonna get straight to this shit. So you got the bud. Roll your shit, you got a bottle, pop your shit. It's go time. You already know. Yeah. It's the World Takes Podcast, episode 77. It's your boy, Big Moo. Got your boy.
It's B Baby 1-2 of the World Takes Podcast.
We in the building for another great episode. Welcome to the show, gang. Make some noise.
Thank you for the awesome introduction.
You know how we do, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling real good. It's a hot day outside.
It's beautiful out there. 100 degrees, heat wave. We in the Central Jersey heat.
Yeah.
Y'all might not be familiar, but if you don't know, we from the capital city, Trenton. Trenton makes the World Takes. Hence the World Takes Podcast. This is episode 77.
Yeah.
I know what we like to do around here. We like to get straight to the shits.
Nicky Russo, what's goody?
Big To all our live viewers at home, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. To those of y'all that's listening around the world, we want to thank you for tuning in. Getting right into it. Free BG. The Brittney Griner movement.
Yeah.
Brittney Griner today was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison. If you're unfamiliar with the story, or maybe you forgot, back in February, Brittney was coming home from playing basketball overseas in Russia, and at the airport, she was found in her possession a vape pen with hashish oil inside of it. That's marijuana oil.
Okay.
Now, some people feel like Brittney is being used as a political prisoner. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Over in Russia, the marijuana laws is weed possession up to 6 grams is what they consider an administrative offense. What does that mean? That means more than likely you'll get a fine for that. The maximum penalty, 15 days detainment. However, in this case, I don't know, I could be wrong. I've never seen a vape pen that holds 6 grams of weed. I'm assuming Brittney was found with a lot.
That's a bet.
That's a bet. 6 grams.
That's a bet for
a pen.
Vape pen. Yeah.
I'm assuming Brittney was caught with less than 6 grams, but today she was found guilty and sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison. I've never seen anything like this. I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews as it pertains to the story. You know, it's a lot of people around the world screaming free BG, screaming for nonviolent crime. This is excessive. But then on the other side of the coin, you got people saying, hey, you did the crime. Now you need to do the time.
Yeah.
Beeb, I want to get your thoughts on it. To all of you at home, we want to get your thoughts on it. Either jump in the comments or hit us up at theworldtakespodcast.com @gmail.com. Yeah. Let us know what you're thinking about the whole Brittney Griner situation. Beeb, you tell us your thoughts. How you feeling about it?
First of all, I don't think prison is for no man, no woman. It's inhumane. Now, as for I clearly think she like some type of political prisoner. It's just bad timing for her. I feel like, you know, that the country should stand behind her and make sure she get out.
Well, when you say bad timing, you hit the nail on the head because a lot of people, you should know that prior to her being caught at the airport, I don't remember when it started, but Russia been in this little war with Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Biden been putting all these sanctions on Russia.
Yeah.
Biden sending all this money and weapons to Ukraine.
Yeah.
So it's just like now when they got a prisoner from the U.S., they looking at it like, oh, y'all trying to destroy us.
Yeah, and it's a woman.
And it's a woman. We're not giving her back.
Problem is, Russia don't know that's a black woman. They don't give a fuck. Our country don't give a fuck. And I just want to get into some things because I know niggas who's doing years off of it, but also.
Yes.
Know what I mean? It was a time in our community where they was locking us up for nickel bags of weed, yo.
Well, when you say they, you mean Biden? Because Biden definitely had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, Biden had a lot to do with it around that time. I come up, Biden had a lot to do with it when I look back in hindsight.
But it's crazy. I recently seen a video. I recently seen two videos. I'm going to tell y'all about them both.
Yeah.
The first video was a video of Joe Biden back in the late 80s, early 90s, where he had just signed some law. And he did the finger motion. He said, I don't care if you get caught with a crack rock this big. Made a small circle with his hands. For those of y'all listening at home that's not viewing and can't see. He made a small circle with his hands. He said, I don't care if you get caught with a crack rock this big. You're going to go to jail for at least 5 years for that now. Fast forward to about a week ago, I see video with Joe Biden's son doing crack on camera. Laying crack. Doing crack with hookers, and it's just like his son ain't in nobody jail though. So, to touch on your earlier point, if them jails ain't for Joe Biden's son, they definitely ain't for no family or friends of mine. I can tell you that. If his son too good to go there for smoking crack rock, then everybody in my family is too good to go there for whatever it is they doing. Free BG, man. Free BG. I'm going to say that. I hear y'all out there talking about she did the crime, she need to do the time. Hey, yo, a lot of that is coming from, and I hate to put it like this, but a lot of that I'm hearing is coming from Trump supporters. And it's just like, in my opinion, if Trump was still in office, BG might be home already. So it's just like,
BG would have been home.
To see his supporters talking about you did your crime, do the time. It's like, oh, how's y'all coming? You feel me? If Trump, like you said, if Trump was in office, she'll be home right now.
Now, for me, I don't think his supporters follow everything he do. That's something like we misconstrue wholeheartedly. Like as black people, we gonna follow the Democrats until you hear me? No flaws until after they get in office, and then you point out their flaws. However, I don't think the Trump supporters. I think where people got it misconstrued is a lot of Trump supporters was highlighted in the sense that they follow his racist rhetoric, and then that's where people want to say, "Oh, I'm a Trump supporter" and stuff like that, and that's all we see. But it's people who follow, it's black people who follow Trump, and obviously they don't support his racist rhetoric, or you know what I mean. You can't support Shouldn't support nobody 100% anyway. I mean, shit, you need room for improvement. I mean,
I agree with that. The only thing I'm pointing out is the hypocrisy of some of his followers. Because y'all followed him on worse. You know, that's why we had January 6th. Follow him on this. Trump was the one to free Kodak.
I hear you. And that's what I'm saying. You think all his supporters supported him in freeing Kodak? You get what I'm saying?
No, exactly. Of course not.
Now, who hypocrites you like more? The hypocrites who was so against Trump, oh, you like Trump, you're a racist, and now they don't fuck with Biden at all, the same ones who put Biden in office, or the Trump supporters who saying that, you know what I mean? Which hypocrite?
The older I get, if you support politics at all, like if you playing the politics game, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, I'm a Democrat, I'm Republican, I'm red, I'm blue. It's hard for me to take you serious at all. It's hard for me to look in your face as an adult and take you seriously. I'm just going to be honest, because the whole system is flawed. They playing games on both sides.
Okay.
If you choose to ignore it, you choose to ignore it. But it's in plain sight. It's all in my face. The Democrats playing games, the Republicans playing games.
Yeah.
I'm not on any side. I'm not on any team.
I heard you on that.
I'm a free agent. You feel me?
I mean, yeah.
Which one of y'all, let me ask y'all, which one of y'all gonna send out the stimulus checks?
Hey man, who coming back to replace Trump? Who trying to double down on? Who trying to smash Trump's stimulus checks? You hear me?
We need $2,000 a month this time.
Reparations.
Which political party is it, the Democrats or the Republicans? Which one is y'all gonna stop these police?
Big Baby in the building. What's good, Big Baby?
Shout out to Big Baby. Make some noise for Big Baby, y'all.
What episode was that Big Baby was on?
Serious question, y'all. Democrat or Republican, which one of y'all is going to step up to the plate and say, hey, I'm not allowing these municipal police officers to kill innocent black people anymore and get away with it. That's over. It's done. That's who going to get my vote when it's election time. Trust me. You want Moolah vote? You got to give Moolah something he can work with. You heard?
Yeah, I'm into like legalizing marijuana, getting people out of jail who sold products that people want. Basically, like if people choose to do crack and dope and stuff like that, let's get these. Let's not fault the people who provide them the products. Honestly, like long periods of jail and shit like that, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? So I want a politician that's trying to stabilize our penal system so we can be balanced with the rest of the world. You hear me? We ain't gotta have an overwhelming percentage of our people in jail. We don't have to have 15 to 20% of the world incarcerated people, even though we might be 2% of the world's population. You know what I mean?
Think about what he's saying, y'all. This is important.
Legalize prostitution too.
Before we move on, they already legalized that prostitution in Cali, NY, and Vegas, I believe.
Get with the shit.
Pretty soon it'll be federal.
Get with the shit.
It'll be across the United States pretty soon because the women ain't hurting nobody. If anything, y'all should be trying to protect them women. We're going to get into that later in the show, though. The protection of women. Right now, I kind of want to keep it marijuana based. Do you have any closing thoughts on Brittney Griner before we get out of here?
Hey, free Brittney Griner, please, y'all. Let's put in a petition. The World Takes. We putting in a petition. World Takes podcast. We need 1,000 emails. 1,000 emails. We're gonna send that shit to Kamala Harris. We're gonna put her on the job. We're gonna put her on offense this time, though, because Kamala seemed to come out like she always playing defense. People always attacking her. She gotta prove what she's doing. So we're gonna put the ball in her hands, and she gonna play offense for Brittney Griner. You hear me?
World Takes Podcast, episode 77. We putting the ball in Kamala Harris' court. Please email us at theworldtakespodcast.com @gmail.com. We are putting together a free Brittney Griner petition as we speak.
Yeah. Big Baby say you go to Cali, get some good bud, get a nice prostitute. That's the life. I ain't arguing with that.
Shout out Big Baby, friend of the show. Guys, he's tapping into the comments saying Cali has the good bud and the good women.
Yes.
Shout out all the sex workers out there. Make some noise for Cali. Make some noise for Big Baby.
Tapping into $1 billion industry, you hear me?
Now we talking big business.
Yeah.
Now we talking big business. When you get to legalizing the stuff that y'all was trying to handicap people from and trying to put them in a jail cell behind until y'all figured out how y'all could profit off of it. Now we talking big business. I want to stay here. I want to stay marijuana.
Goddamn time. In words of LeBron James, it's a goddamn time.
Speaking of LeBron James.
Yeah.
Husband of Tiana Taylor winner of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
You may even know him as an NBA player for his
defensive player of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know about that.
Hey, we're gonna toss that out there. We're gonna toss that out there. I think you might. He first team defense type of shit though.
Iman averaged about 7 points for his career. I wasn't even going to mention the NBA. Most of y'all probably know him from Dancing with the Stars. Iman Shumpert.
Yeah. He got a show too for the ladies, because you know the ladies gonna know him for his wife.
What's the show called? Try and get the name of the show for y'all.
Big Baby, what's the name of the show? Iman Shumpert and
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor.
Hey y'all, this week Iman was in the Dallas Fort Worth airport. He was found with 6 ounces of marijuana in his possession, in his bag that he was trying to take on the plane. Guys, he was arrested.
Yeah.
Guys, gals, he was arrested for marijuana possession.
Yeah.
In Dallas, they got a different law system.
I got the Russia laws. They got the Russia laws.
Pretty much. They're referring to this as a state federal charge. Now, I don't know if y'all heard me at home. I said a state federal charge.
Because he was going to take it across the state borders and become federal.
If it become federal, it should just be a federal charge. Why is it both?
Because that's a black man.
Exactly. Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
I got a PSA for y'all at home, and I meant to say this on the Brittany part. We at the Iman part. This is great.
Yeah.
Know the laws where it is you traveling. Because one of the most upsetting things to me about the Brittany Griner situation is there's people out there saying she did the crime, so now she got to do the time.
Yeah.
You have to know the laws, where it is you traveling. You have to know what's acceptable and what's not.
Yeah.
I don't want none of y'all sitting in the cage. No.
You gotta always know that you black though. That's him. Yo,
before
what he's saying, know that they still gonna look at you like a nigger everywhere you go. Know that, and that's, you heard it from B-Bay. I'm not speaking for Moolah. I'm not speaking on behalf of the world takes. I'm speaking for B-Baby. The world, I don't know what you've been through. We might have to go to T.O. because T.O. probably ain't know he was black for a minute neither.
I mean, well, we gonna get into T.O. Let's stay here on Iman. I don't know, like B just said, I don't know how y'all ever forget that you a black person living in this world. How does that even slip your mind at all? Know the laws where you traveling to.
Bread. Some people bread and sauce. They got that sauce on, they got that drip.
And they think that's what's gonna save them, right? That's another misconception. I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, and I'm gonna try not to, but I have to say this. Yo, the rest of the world, the rest of the people that's waking up living their life, guess what? We don't care if you drippy in your own eyes. Especially you the one telling us you so drippy. We not telling you that.
Super drippy.
But you telling us, we don't care. The rest of the world don't care. It's not gonna get you out no legal troubles when you get caught with the 6 ounces in your airport bag. Why do you have 6 ounces in your airport bag? Why?
Zaza. Where
you taking the Dallas Zaza back to Cali to see your daughter? You going where the Big Baby just told y'all that's where the bud is at.
Good bud too. He said good bud.
Iman, I'm trying to feel sorry and bad for you, but it's hard. I'm hoping like you was really going through something. And it's like maybe you were stressed out that day, you just wasn't thinking. Cause 6 ounces in the side bag that you carrying on is crazy.
What airline was he on?
They ain't say the airline. Dallas Fort Worth Airport, you know, they probably got Dallas big. Got every airline down there, but whatever airline you was on, I know they only set the bud on there. Not in Dallas. Not where they. Come on, bro. We all know the stigmas that surrounding Texas and black men. Or do we not? Have we forgotten? Y'all tell me in the comments.
My suggestion would be carry something lighter, an eighth. You know what I mean? You go on a vacation, carry an eighth, maybe a half O. Tuck it in your undercarriage. Don't carry it on a plane. Wrap it up real nice.
That's my suggestion as well. But still, my point still remains: know the laws. Because when you traveling to Russia, you don't take anything.
Yeah.
You don't take the
black
eighth
man.
out. You don't take the eighth out Russia.
As a black man, nah. Because they, first of all, did you see the guy who went to Pakistan who was black for the first time?
Yeah.
You think they ain't check his bags to see what the black man have in their bags when they come to
I think
Pakistan?
they checked it, but I think he would have been celebrated over there. No
If
matter
he came
what
through
he
with
had.
like a bird, like, oh,
Not a
shit.
bird, but if he came through with his eighth, he would have been good.
Yeah, they probably wanted to smoke with him.
For those of y'all don't know, it's a recent viral video of a black man visiting Pakistan, and he just wanted to show the world how they received him and welcomed him over there. And it's about a 10-minute video, and it's pretty much all love wherever he was at. Like he was a celebrity, like he was LeBron.
My wicked out brother. So you see he had
Shout out to my boy traveling the world.
Yeah.
And shout out to my Pakistani
And throw your dreads in the sky. All the brothers throw your dreads in the sky. You hear me?
Go on here, don't care. Put it up. Put it up, you heard?
Yeah.
Shout out my Pakistanians out there, man. We love y'all too, man. We see
man.
y'all.
Y'all welcome in the hood. Y'all come here, open up stores and shit. We ain't gonna do it. You feel me? Come through, open up stores. We gonna support your shit. You feel me? You open up businesses. We gonna support your shit out here in Pakistan. We see the love y'all get.
You got anything else on Iman? What you want to tell Iman? What can you tell Iman before we get out of here?
Hey, come on the World Takes podcast. We can talk about this. Honestly, I seen him do a podcast run. A lot of ZD.
Hey, you want him to come here and tell his side of the story?
Tell your side of the story on our world. Don't go on one of them commercial ass podcasts. Know what I mean?
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
If Iman come here and sit down, he might have a long night. Cause you know I'm gonna ask him. What was you thinking, Iman? What are you thinking?
Yeah. And bring Tiana too, but we ain't crushing over y'all relationship neither. It's not gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that. Or she can just do her show separate, because I already know which way they wanna go.
Tiana, you always welcome here. Anytime you want to come
Yeah.
sit down with Big Moo, Big B, baby. World Takes Podcast is open. Tell your people, hit my people. WorldTakesPodcast.com @gmail.com. You already know.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep it right on rolling.
Salute to them black queens and kings. Beautiful family too. I think that's dope what they got going on, but know what I mean? Y'all gotta make y'all way over here. So we gotta move on, unfortunately.
It's beautiful what y'all got going on for sure. But just remember, like he said, when y'all come here, we ain't really gushing over y'all relationship like that. The relationship status, y'all can keep that at home. We want to know more about new music from Tiana, and we want to know what was Iman thinking, or was he thinking at all? That's what I'm gonna ask him. Listen. Keeping it celebrity lifestyle, Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
He recently just went viral this morning, actually. Riding through his community where he lives, going to check the mailbox, nighttime. It's a lady riding a bike out there. As he's riding past, she screams at him, she curses him, talking about slow down. He pulls over. Why you talking to me like that? I'm not even driving fast. She goes full Karen, y'all.
Call the police.
When police show up on the scene, the tears start flowing.
Typical. Bravo.
This lady, quote unquote, said while the police was out there on the scene, "You're a black man and you're approaching me, a white woman." These are the exact words out of her mouth, y'all. If y'all don't believe me, go look up the video. Pause this, go look up the video and watch it. And come right back here. Because I'm going to tell everybody at home, the Karen shit is played out now. Stop doing it. Y'all done went viral. Y'all embarrassing yourselves. This lady embarrassed her husband. Her husband telling her the whole time, "Babe, just go in the house. It's over. You were wrong. But she still want to put on the scene. Let them know how you feel. Cause I don't got too much on this.
Stay away from the cameras, y'all. Don't even pull y'all camera out. Like y'all see a Karen, like it's best to like just run away from the situation, man. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, cause you're not always gonna have a good cop that's gonna analyze the situation. Y'all can't forget the original Karen was Emmett Till, the lady who got Emmett Till caught up. You feel me? The original Karen. So
she's still walking around free out here, yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I think
after already admitting that she was on some bullshit. So, like the Karen to get you caught up out here, like we always show, like what the internet shows is the Karens when people win against a Karen in a sense, like you expose them, but they don't show the other 95% of niggas who really actually getting locked up. Remember the dude who got locked up with his him and his wife was cops, and he said
it was the sheriff, y'all, maybe about a month or two ago. The sheriff and the sheriff's deputy. The sheriff's deputy was the sheriff's wife. These people work in the same jurisdiction. That gotta be some type of conflict of interest. But anyway, the wife, they're transporting a prisoner. The wife is inside of a store.
He's transporting a prisoner.
He's transporting a prisoner.
But he brought his wife to tag along.
She was the sheriff's deputy, though.
Yeah, but that was the story. He was transporting her. He brought his wife along. She is a deputy, but she wasn't part. She was off duty. She was dressed in plain clothes. She was just regular, just riding along inside the vehicle.
Unbelievable. The black man bumps into her.
They on a date, basically.
She comes outside and tells her husband, who's waiting in the car, that the black man groped her. They actually arrested this man, even though
and his wife that he was with. Yeah. Don't get that. The black man and his wife.
Even though there were eyewitnesses, camera footage, everything there to prove this man's innocence, they still arrested him.
Yeah.
Now, I want y'all to think about that. I want to take it back to the T.O. story. I told y'all that as soon as the cops started, this lady started crying. The term for that is weaponizing your tears. That's the term when it comes to women. When it comes to Karens, it's actually weaponizing white tears. I want to be honest. This is one of the most powerful things in the world. Damsel in distress, you can say.
A white woman. The white woman tears, though. Let's get it clear. Everybody tears ain't gonna get that.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The women, it works for all women to a degree.
Yeah, that's level.
But when it comes to the Karens, it's like supreme level. It's called weaponizing white women's tears. And it's just like, it's a dangerous game for black people. I advise, don't engage.
Yeah.
You see that? Get out of there.
Yeah, you don't need to go viral. For a viral moment, it ain't worth it. Because that shit, you might
T.O. got celebrity and all that behind him. If you a regular nigga at home, you watching the World Takes podcast, you tuned in, you tap. Don't do that. Get out of there. You see them tears, you get out of there.
White women's tears in a cosign is the worst, most dangerous position you can be in America.
Pull your camera out.
If you have one white woman tearing and then somebody saying like, yeah, he did that, they seen it and shit like that, it's over for you.
Pull your camera out, start recording, but be leaving at the same time. You pretty much recording yourself, leaving, not engaging.
Yeah.
That's for your safety and your protection. That's the T.O. Big shout out T.O. T.O. You friend of the show, you welcome to the show anytime you want to come through.
Word up. I feel T.O. said that's the first. He said he's seen that before, but that's the first time it really happened to him in real life. And I got a point of view on that. I feel some type of way about that.
Let's speak on it.
I feel like through the course of our career, a lot of things we seen T.O. do, it all makes sense now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he never really experienced how white people really feel about us. Remember T.I. was pom-pomming? T.O. rather. Yeah. T.O. was pom-pomming all in the field. T.O. was crying for Romo and shit like that because they was talking about that man.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like little shit. And then he eventually got stiffed in the when he got to the Hall of Fame, one of the greatest records of all time. You hear me?
Yeah.
If he would have known that them crackers, if he would have went with a little bit of more Marshawn Lynch mentality, like he experienced some shit, that nigga would have been the greatest. He would have been the greatest. It would have been hands down first ballot. It wouldn't have been no arguing because he would have created the separation from the rip. So God had to show him later on in life that, you know what I mean, that the white people don't fuck with you, bro.
Who that, my boy Mr. Ski?
Yeah, Mr. Ski joint.
Big shout out my boy Ski Yak.
You already know. Yeah.
Nah, that's my boy Breeski. You already know.
Oh, Breeski, what up? Breeski.
Make some noise for Breeski. Welcome to the show, brother. Listen, y'all. We started off the show with a lot of sad news, y'all. Listen, this is not much better, but I am going to start off. I want to make some noise. For what feels like the first time in my lifetime, this is the first time that I can remember, the Department of Justice has charged 4 current and former Louisville Metro Police Department officers with federal-related crimes pertaining to the death of Breonna Taylor. Make some fucking noise. Charges include civil rights offenses, unlawful conspiracies, unconstitutional use of force, and obstruction offenses. The 4 officers have been taken into custody by the FBI. Their names are Joshua James, Kelly Goodlett, Kyle Meany, and Brett Hankinson. It's being alleged that Goodlett and James actually met in a garage after Breonna's death to come up with a lie and say they was going to lie to investigators in the report when asked about her death, y'all.
That's good police work right there.
It's no such thing as a good cop out here. I gotta reiterate that. I don't know what kind of time them charges carry, but I hope they are convicted and we don't see them for a long time. This is just my honest opinion, y'all. They did Breonna dirty. Breonna was an officer of the law herself. I forget what her specific job was. I think she was a correction officer or something like that. Don't quote me. Go look it up. Go do your Googles. But she was an officer of the law herself. They came in this woman's house like pirates in the middle of the night. You heard me?
Ninjas.
Guns blazing. You heard me? Shooting through windows that's covered by blinds and curtains. They don't know what's on the other side. This is how they did her. And now, thank God, they finally been charged, man. Thank God, man. I want to know how you feel about it. I want to know how y'all feel too. Get in the comments. Let me know. I want to know how you feel, B.
I mean, it's a move. It's a step forward. I'm surprised that they even got charged. I think the idea of police creating the right type of paperwork and stuff and getting resolved the crimes and stuff like that is like what they consider good police work. Like, you're a good officer if you can write that shit up real right, make them movies. They don't care if you right or wrong, man. They killed that young lady. Her life is gone, yo. Like, it can be right now. We can be shooting our podcast right now. Somebody they come run up here and shoot me. Boom, I'm gone. And then they can get away with it, and I ain't do nothing to nobody. So I think that's just a step forward. I don't know if they're gonna really get locked up. They're gonna do any bids. They're gonna do more time than my boy Memphis. My boy Memphis got 15. He ain't killed nobody. So
Shout out Memphis Bean, yo. He'll be home real soon.
Memphis ain't killed nobody. You heard me? Memphis, out of most people I know, Memphis probably got, he top 5 in the people I know personally who got long periods of time, over time frames. And Memphis ain't killed nobody.
15 years straight for non-violent drug offenses, y'all. But guess what? My boy will be home real soon, you heard? Put your 3D goggles on, you heard me?
Boom, 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 boom. We gonna bring Memphis on the party too, man. Memphis gonna get it lit.
I want to say R.I.P. to Breonna Taylor. I want to say we'll never forget you, Breonna. We still down here fighting for you. You already know it's the World Takes Podcast, episode 77. I got another PSA for the people. Another PSA for the people. Listen, I need everybody to listen up. Do me a favor. Keep that nigga Mystical off the streets.
Okay.
I don't want to see him back out here, y'all. We talked about it earlier in the show. A lot of y'all play this machismo game where you screaming you protecting women, you protecting the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Stop letting this nigga Mystical back out here with the rest of society, because it's not working, obviously. For those of you at home that don't know, Mystical was arrested again on Sunday, y'all. This time for unlawful kidnapping or something and first degree rape. Again. Come on, y'all. This nigga told y'all in the song, danger.
Yeah.
When he's
Watch
around.
Shake it fast, but watch yourself.
Danger. Yo,
Hey,
get this nigga off the streets, please.
Hey, yeah. Like, I don't even know how women know how to play that. Like, if somebody tell you shake that shit fast, but watch yourself, you gotta say, like, oh, this nigga, I don't know, how he coming? Like, you gotta take the time to do that. You can't just
With this nigga on.
go twerking crazy, you hear me?
Watch yourself. What is this nigga
Hey, but
on?
that's, shout out to this nigga. Nigga ain't got Master P behind you this time, man. He got to fight it out the mud. Know what I mean? Another rape charge for Mystical. 20 years later. You feel me? 20-something odd years later. That's tough right there, man.
I don't got much on Mystical, man, but I never was a big fan of your music, and it's sad to see you out here raping people. You know, up here, we keep it honest. I'm going to talk to you, brother. Never was a fan of your music, and it's sad to see you out here raping people. I'm going to be honest with you. 1000%. I don't respect it. I'm going to pray for you, brother. For real.
That's love, though.
I'm going to say a prayer if I'm going to send a couple up, because you need it. Anyway, moving right along.
Prayers up for Mystical and his nasty habits.
Moving right along.
And the young lady who he raped.
Nah, prayers to her and her family for sure. That's real talk. We don't support no abuse of women.
If he raped her, did he rape her for sure? Like, is it
Man, that's what he's alleged of, and it's just like,
the second
I'm gonna
time?
tell you what my mom told me when I was a child, right? My mom said, once you keep doing something over and over and people put you in that character type,
Ain't no way out of
they gonna always put you in that character type.
Yeah, like we the world's greatest podcast, and this just is what it is.
It is what it is. We ain't gonna tell you no lies up here.
Yeah, like once y'all done made it been known it is what it is. There ain't no turning back.
Ain't no turning back. Word is life. So it's just like, if you out here raped her once, you'll rape again.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. We just let you run back free, run back to celebrity. I think you put out another album since then and all that. So you'll do it again until we make a firm example out of you. I'm gonna be honest, World Takes Podcast.
Yeah, yo, don't be raping no women, yo. It's too much free pussy, yo. Go to Dominican Republic or something, man.
Treat your lady better. Take your lady to a dinner. You ain't take your lady. You ain't tell your lady her hair look nice in months. You ain't smack your lady on the ass in months. Then this niggas like me out here seeing your lady in the world every day. You heard? I don't tell your lady she look good every day, but I tell her some days, I'm gonna be honest with you. And that
Would
shit.
you tell her, like, listen, give me the chance, I'll knock your head off clean, you hear me? Pressure.
I don't tell them that. I wait till they give me the chance and then I knock their head off.
Yeah.
and then I keep my mouth shut.
Shout out to Moolah, knocking niggas girl. Yo, ladies, if you want to get your head knocked off by Moolah, holla at us at theworldtakespodcast.com at gmail.com.
You already.
He knocked his head off, keep his mouth shut.
That's how we moving at the World Takes. I don't know how you other niggas moving out there. Speaking of how we moving at the World Takes, I want to give a big shout out to Ice Spice. Make some noise.
The hottest thing coming out of New York right now.
If you haven't heard already, Ice Spice, latest female rapper from the Bronx. I'ma keep it a buck with y'all. I only heard one song. I haven't heard much of her music, but shorty is a baddie. Ice Spice. If you listening, I don't know what camera I'm at. If you listening, baby, holla at your boy, Big Boy.
The World Takes Podcast at gmail.com. No, worldtakespodcast.com at gmail.com.
You already know.
I'll let you do Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
And guess what? If you can take two, ain't no need to bring your people.
Ice Spice. Talk to me nice, baby girl. Jump in that inbox. I'm waiting on you. Tell your friends to get with my friends. You heard me.
After our podcast coming soon. Before the end of this month, y'all, we starting that after our podcast. It's gonna be ladies,
late night,
sexy. It's
sticky,
gonna go live,
sticky.
Yeah, sticky. You know how sticky it get.
Hey yo, look forward to that.
Shout out to Forbidden Fruit. Forbidden Fruit in the building, the best mixed drinks in the town.
Forbidden
Hands
Fruit.
down.
You already know. You know we're gonna have you on the late night show. You already know. Hey yo, sports show coming soon. A lot of shit coming soon.
Yeah.
Just stick around.
YouTube here, y'all. We told y'all about the YouTube.
Follow
now,
us on
please
YouTube.
follow us at YouTube. The World Takes Podcast. Y'all know the symbol. Y'all know the logo. We like the Nike, the podcast right now with the logo. Know what I mean? Follow us at the World Takes Podcast. Please subscribe, yo. We're gonna start going live on the world on YouTube so we can be engaging. You know what I mean? We can engage with you guys.
Hey, y'all follow us on Twitter as well at the World Takes Podcast. It's actually our handle is the World Takes Podcast. Our name on there is at the World Takes ENT. At World Takes ENT. The World Takes Podcast. Search either one. You know the logo.
Yeah. Instagram world_takes. You know the logo.
Ice Spice, get at me, baby. I want to listen.
Check out Ice Spice too. Shout out to Ice Spice. You know what I mean? Diggs know what to do with this. You feel me? Shout out to Ice Spice.
Shout out to Ice Spice, man.
Yeah.
Go hard, baby. The freestyle I seen was crazy, y'all.
Yeah, a new wave. That's a new
That
approach.
shit was crazy. She remind me of a young M.A., but a little bit sexier. A lot more sexier, honestly. Make some noise. Hey, y'all. I want to keep it sports. And I'd be remiss if I ain't say R.I.P. to the legend, man. Champion of all champions, Bill Russell, man.
Yeah. How many rings Bill Russell had?
We lost Bill Russell this week.
11?
He had 11 rings.
11.
Champion of all champions. This nigga won 8 straight.
Woo. We got Gritty Global in the building. Gritty Global couldn't make it tonight, y'all. Doc.
Big shout out Gritty Global. You already
Go
know.
follow the Real Gritty Global. The Real_Gritty Global. Know what I mean?
Man, big shout out Bill Russell, man. Not only did he play ball, but he was a huge civil rights activist in our community. He was once described by the FBI as an arrogant Negro who refuses to sign autographs for white kids. I want to tell y'all something. Bill Russell, he wasn't arrogant. He was great.
Yeah.
And he knew his worth. You hear?
He basically probably experienced what T.O. went through the other day. He experienced at a young age. You
for his entire life.
So
at a young age.
yeah, like he don't like no white people don't fuck with us, man. I'm still a
Bill Russell was out there with Malcolm and all them.
Yeah.
Malcolm, Martin, and all them. You heard?
Yeah.
It was that time with Bill Russell, man. So we want to say R.I.P. Bill Russell, man.
Kicking ass, you hear me? My boy was kicking ass, you hear me?
We'll never forget you. We'll never forget you, Big Bill. Keeping it sports. Adrian Broner.
My God.
He recently called out Floyd for a mega fight.
My guy.
He believes the fight could potentially land both of them $100 million plus.
I'm with it.
I just want to say it's a good thing Adrian is calling out Floyd. And the reason is because Bud won't sign a contract to fight Spence. Something to hold us down, y'all. In the meantime,
hey, I say
these niggas don't want to fight. Niggas, Bud, you scared to sign your contract? Don't worry, Adrian is stepping up to fight Floyd right in your place, pussy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. You heard it first. If Floyd don't want to take the fight, guess who next on the list? Bud. You hear me?
I want to retract my last statement. I just said pussy at the end of that when I was talking to Bud. I ain't mean to say that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, I don't want no smoke, Bud.
I don't want no smoke
He
with
just
Bud.
know that you trying to dodge that contract, that fight with Earl Spence.
But don't pull up over here talking about you want to fight Moolah and you don't want to fight Spence. That's all. I just thought about it. I know.
Bud said he want that bag. Bud, you want that bag out, Bud. Yeah, Bud. Yeah, get that bag.
Bud moving nasty.
He gonna get that bag. He trying to get that bag and 2 belts after that. Way, you hear me?
Hey, Bud moving nasty as hell out here. That's
For what?
Hey yo. Hey yo, man.
I like the way Bud moving. I like the way Bud moving. Because Bud got the sweet science. And he doing his own way of the sweet science of the business of the game. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I like the way he moving. Because Bud definitely got his version of the sweet science too. Don't get it twisted.
So listen, Adrian Broner, Floyd, who you got?
I got Floyd Money Mayweather on that one. I put the house on it. You hear me? I put the house on it. But I think it definitely get a lot of views though. I think it definitely get a lot of views.
How many views you talking? How many views you talking?
I don't think necessarily 100 a pop, but I'll say maybe 50 a pop.
50 million views.
Yeah, 50 Floyd. Come on, man, it's Floyd and Broner fighting each other.
Make some noise, y'all.
We can't deny star power though. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Broner necessarily pulling that or if it's just you like the Broner, so you might just be saying that. I don't know if Broner pulling that much.
Broner pulled on prize fights though. We can go Broner last couple fights and back. Like Broner do like good elite fights. Like it's not like
a lot of the people that's tuning in for Broner is the same exact people that would tune in for Floyd. So it's like a double view.
But so the whole world want to see Floyd. What you talking about? That's still Floyd. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a good 30 to 40 million people that want to see. It's a good 20 to 30 million people that want to see Floyd fight exhibition fights. A lot of us think he retired too early and he should still be fighting professionally. If he's going to be fighting anybody, like a lot of us don't want to see him fight the kid over in Tokyo for a quick 10 million.
One thing we know for sure is like one thing about boxing, the boxing game, you hear it first on the World Takes podcast is episode 76, right? Episode 77. You hear me? Listen, it's episode 77. You're gonna hear it first from B Baby. Listen, one thing about boxing, motherfuckers be talking about they don't want to watch it, but motherfuckers gonna tune in for sure. You hear me? What else you gonna do? What else you gonna do?
I might tune in the next morning though, off of off some type of replay, off some type of YouTube. My shit don't even count towards yourselves.
Hey, it's the business of the game, though. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But it be like that
I might
sometimes. Like,
immediately download your shit tonight.
I know a lot of people did that with Floyd when he fought that dude in Asia. First of all, the timing and everything.
The Tokyo
was fucked
dude,
up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, Floyd was alright. Floyd is alright. He gonna get his off top. That's how he gonna do Broner. He gonna get his off top. We know Floyd really the prize. Like Broner can't go 50-50. He can't. You know, Broner trying to come like whatchamacallit, like who we just talking about?
Earl Spence,
The other one.
Bud Crawford.
But Broner can't come like Bud, like trying to say I want half 50-50. I want more.
Bud don't deserve 50-50. I want, hey yo, big shout out to Big EJ, man. Dallas home, man. Big EJ, man. I want to shout out to him, man, because what I just seen this man come in doing this boxing game in the last 3 years, and this is not a sports podcast. I ain't gonna stay here too long. But what I just seen this man do in the last 3, 4, 5 years, he had a game plan. They was trying to freeze him out at first. Ain't nobody want to fight him. He started whooping niggas' ass till he became mandatory. Got a belt. The niggas ain't had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
And he been whooping ass ever since. Fighting nothing but the best.
Yeah.
Who got a belt? That's who I want to fight. So it's like, at the same time, that whole time I've been watching Bud Crawford. Now, in the beginning of that, Bud Crawford was a lightweight. We watched him run through the 140-pound division. We watched him run through that, become unified at 140. Then he moved up to something a little closer to his natural rate. Still not even his natural weight. But now he's fighting at 147 welterweight. We watched this man get one belt, right? And never fight no other champions again. After that, we watching him fight all bums, niggas we never even heard of, right? And niggas talking about how great he is. What, at lightweight? Yeah, he unified that. This nigga not no great welterweight. Who did he beat at welterweight? I don't even know who he took the belt from. It was a phantom belt. I don't know who he took that shit from. We know who Earl took them belts from. We can run them names down.
He knocked out Sean Porter.
Knocking out Sean Porter, like, all right.
That's a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, Sean Porter don't get knocked out. That's not what be happening in his career.
You know why that's not a big deal? Because we've seen it before. You know who
You seen Sean Porter get knocked out?
No.
Huh.
But I have seen somebody run behind Floyd and try and fight every fighter Floyd fought after Floyd fought him. And try and make it look like some better win. When Floyd just gave him the blueprint. Yeah, I watched that with my own eyes. Did you see that? Did you see that? So when niggas want to fight Sean Porter after Earl fought him, and niggas want to fight
Big
Kell
Lez
Brook.
in the building.
Shout out Big Lez.
Yeah. What's Lez got handle on Instagram? Yo_I_what_up.
Niggas trying to distract me from my point, yo. When I watch niggas fight Kell Brook after Earl Spence already broke that nigga orbital bone, and if you watching at home, I want y'all to Google what an orbital bone is, and I want y'all to tell me if y'all ever fight again after a nigga break your orbital bone with his hand wrapped in a glove with feathers around it so it don't hurt you as much as when he hit you with his bare hand. And this nigga broke your orbital bone. I don't want to know what the man you fought after your orbital bone was quote unquote healed up. The doctors told you you'll never see again the same.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what the next Joker did to you when you healed up and got back in that ring against doctors' orders. I don't care what the next Joker did to you. You heard me?
Okay.
That's me personally. You feel me? When you when you jump in the ring with a Sean Porter after Earl Spence then got him. What did Earl Spence do when he got in the ring with Sean Porter? He said, I'm going to fight Sean Porter his style. Y'all talking about he a brawler. I can't beat him. If I brawl with this nigga and fight dirty, I'm going to fight him his style. And I'm going to whoop his ass. And guess what? In that 10th, I'm going to catch him with a right and sit his ass down. You heard me? And I would have sat him down again. But I wanted to fight his style. I ain't fight my style, y'all. Because y'all was saying I couldn't box. So when I got in there with Mikey, Mikey Garcia, I boxed with him. Y'all was saying I couldn't brawl. So when I got in there with him, I brawled him. Y'all was saying Danny hit too hard. So when I got in there with him, I stood in front of him. Like, come on, y'all. What is we talking about? I'm not giving niggas no credit for beating up Earl Spence leftovers after Earl Spence done already gave him the ass whooping of their life. I don't care what you did to him after that. You've been screaming you want to be unified. Guess what? Earl got 3 belts. You got 1. You ain't signed a contract yet. You want equal money. How? Do the math. Ain't nobody at home stupid. Do the math. You got 1 belt. He got 3.
Shout out,
man.
Listen,
Shout out Big EJ.
champions.
Shout out Big EJ, man. Shout out Bud Crawford too, man. Make some noise, bro.
Yeah, both them niggas young champions. You hear me? Both them niggas holding the belts though, for sure. You can't deny that. You know what I mean?
You got anything else on it? But sign that contract.
Sign that contract, bro, or Broner on your ass. Put your 3D goggles on, cause Broner on your ass, and Broner gonna assault you and do all. He not gonna be a gentleman like Earl Spence.
Don't try and come fight us cause our hot take, man. Fight Earl or fight Broner, yo.
If you knock Moolah out, I'ma knock you out.
You knock Moolah out, your pockets better be long, cause I'm coming for everything. You thought that lawsuit with Bob Earl. I know, listen, I ain't missing you just dropped the lawsuit against Bob Earl. You lost that round. You come around here looking for smoke, your pockets better be long, my nigga.
Yeah, ditto me too. Like you try to knock me out too. You knock both of us out.
Hey. Hey,
I
listen,
dare you, nigga.
I want all the smoke.
I double dog dare you, nigga.
World Takes Pod. You welcome here, bud. Episode 77. You can be on 78, nigga. How your people get with my people. The World Takes
And
Podcast.
we got our young boy Shanara. Shanara to fuck you up too, and fuck your young boys up. That's
and we
how
got our young boy
Oh
Isaiah.
yeah, oh man, Isaiah do them dirty.
2 young boys for all your young boys, nigga.
Yeah,
Pussy.
nigga. Old head.
I'm reinstating my pussy when I
Old
put the
head
pussy in
boxing.
earlier. It's back. It's back. Sign the contract, nigga. World Takes Podcast, episode 77. We out of here, man. Get with us, man. Tap in. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Follow us
Facebook.
on YouTube.
Please
The World
like,
Takes
subscribe,
Podcast.
share.
YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Please.
Late night episode coming soon featuring the baddies. Sports episode coming soon featuring the sports experts.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. It's Big Mo, B Baby.